Resurgence is really what's happening in Buffalo right now. So you see a lot of cranes in the air right now, a lot of cool things going on across the whole city, and we just want to be a little part of that.
How do they plan on being a part of Buffalo's Resurgence? By helping bring Buffalo brewing back.
Back in the day, before Prohibition, and even up into the 70s, Buffalo was a big brewing town. That kind of slowly faded away and has been ramping back up over the last 10, 15 years, and you're seeing truly a resurgence of the brewing industry in Buffalo. We have been working on this for a very long time, so to have people really engaged and really excited about it is awesome. And to be one of the first breweries that's reopened here amongst several others, it's great to kind of build that community.
Resurgence Brewing Company focuses in on small batches of beer, served fresh right where they were brewed.
We brew over in the brew house here are 15 barrel batches. A barrel is 31 gallons, so we can make about 60, actually about 30 kegs at a time. Microbrewing is much more of an intimate brewing. You're using all traditional ingredients, water, hops, yeast, barley, and you're making really small batch beer on a local level.
Small batches allow Resurgence to develop unique local beers.
One of the great things about microbreweries is that they're regional, they're local, and so they pull local supplies and local ideas. For instance, we do Loganberry Wit. Obviously, if you go anywhere outside of Buffalo, people are like, what is Loganberry? But here it really works because people like that connection with something local. Same thing with Sponge Candy Stout.
Usually traditional wit beers in Belgium, they'll add coriander and orange peel and stuff like that. So instead of those things, we decided, let's add some Loganberry to it. Because nobody's doing a Loganberry beer yet, and we don't know why. It's a light beer. It's 50% wheat, 50% barley in the malt bill. So it has those kind of weedy flavors, and that also adds more ester character with the yeast. After it was done fermenting and we pulled all the yeast out and everything, right before kegging, we add Loganberry to it. So it really, now it's like this pink, beautiful looking beer, and it has that wit taste.
Another Buffalo flavor channeled into a Resurgence beer is Sponge Candy.
The Sponge Candy beer is a stout. So I made it like a stout first, but instead of doing a ton of roasted barley, I added a ton of chocolate malt. So we made it like that big stout beer, and then I add the Watson's sponge cuttings right into the boil, and then in the processes later of the beer as well. So it ends up having that kind of caramel and toffee note along with being a chocolatey beer.
From Loganberry to Sponge Candy, Resurgence Brewing Company is giving Buffalonians a place to celebrate Western New York while having a great drinking experience.
People are really liking to come in and sit at the communal tables and just meeting their neighbors.